Hi. Well, I'm back again, so I'm gonna try and recommend some movies that you should run out and get. These are all available on DVD and are of excellent quality, and you can usually get them used for not too much. So if you haven't gotten them already or haven't seen them already, here are just some ones that I think you should get. First, I'm going to start out with Bruce Lee. If you've already seen my previous video, you know that I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. These two are kind of offbeat. This one is Chinese Connection, and this one is Fists of Fury. Now, if you know anything about Bruce Lee, you know that Fists of Fury was originally titled The Big Boss, and for American audience was titled The Chinese Connection. Now, The Chinese Connection, on the other hand, was actually titled Fists of Fury, but because of a mix-up in titles, they released them almost around the same time in America, apparently, and the titles ended up getting switched. So if you can avoid the confusion, uh, watch these both. They're excellent. Watch them in succession or watch them separately. It doesn't matter. They're both excellent. They feature wonderful fight choreography by Bruce Lee himself um, shortly before his death after making Enter the Dragon, which, if you haven't gotten that, it's an excellent movie and his only one actually produced in America since his starring role in The Green Hornet. Also, I already recommend Game of Death. So I recommend you run out and get those. If you're a martial arts fan of any kind, you should already know it. Next, I'm recommending the New Line Platinum Series Lost in Space DVD. It features some excellent extras and bonuses uh, on the disc itself. It's only one disc. The film itself is pretty good. It's interesting for the kind of campy 90s version of sci-fi that it does, based on a 1960s Irwin Allen television series. If you haven't seen the original series, it's available online on Into TV and all those kinds of sites. uh, this one has a wonderful cast of characters, including Gary Oldman, William Hurt, uh, and Heather Graham. So if you really like any of those actors, any of the actors in here, including Matt LeBlanc um, as Major West, I recommend you run out and get this. I was able to get this for like $5 at the local game exchange. Not too much, and it's a decent sci-fi movie for the money. It also has an excellent soundtrack if you have never heard it. Next, I'm recommending Musketeer. This is an interesting telling of the Three Musketeers and really features an excellent cast of characters, a wonderful set of actors. I was able to get the Canadian version, which has two titles, The Musketeer and Le Musketeer, or whatever that is. Anyway, it was only $5. I'm sure they have cheaper copies everywhere. It was kind of a decent budget production. It features wonderful fight choreography based on Hong Kong style kung fu movies, uh, blending it with the swashbuckler. That was the concept for the film. They achieved it wonderfully. Uh, I bought it purely on a whim, and I was delighted and surprised. So I recommend you run out and get that. Next on the list is a film probably most of you have seen, Spider-Man 3. I did not go out and see this. I didn't go out and see the others in the theater. I waited for them to be at a friend's place and then watched it there. I didn't really like the first two. I thought the first one was way too into introducing everything and the novelty of being a superhero. I thought the second one was way too into the story of Dr. Octopus and his cruelty. This one I thought had the wonderful conflict within the hero himself, the want to actually become powerful, the desire within each of the villains to overcome and take over uh, for Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I thought this had a wonderful duality to it. I thought it was one of Sam Raimi's best pieces of work since Darkman or Evil Dead, of course. So if you haven't got a chance to get this, I recommend you run out and get the special edition, of course. Widescreen is always preferred. So see about getting that. Next, I'm recommending a classic. As many of you know, I love my classic films. This is Casa Blanket, and it cost me only $5. This DVD has wonderful documentaries on it. Stars Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. If you don't already know this film, you should watch it all the way through. It's only worth watching if you can pay attention to it. If you're one of those people that cannot pay attention to a decent film, if you're not really interested in character development and plot lines, don't watch this. There are some wonderful scenes of people pissing off Nazis. That's always fun. There's also some scenes of people pissing off Frenchmen. That's always fun. Um, it's definitely an American classic. Next, I'm recommending a similar film that is set around the same time, Swing Kids. This movie came out in, I believe it was the late 80s, early 90s, and features a wonderful cast of characters, including Christian Bale, um, and I forget the name of this guy, but he's on House. So if you really like him playing Wilson, you'll love him in this. This was back when he was much younger. Um, I was able to get this for only $7. It's a wonderful movie, features great music, wonderful scenery, and a really dramatic plot, as well as just really cool dramatized information on how the Nazis were able to take over the youth culture at the time. Uh, so run out and get this if you can. Next, I'm recommending a bit of a bargain buy. This was four-disc box set of The Adventures of Indiana Jones. Um, Features all three of the 1980s, early 90s films, as well as a bonus material disc, and it is a bargain. They released the other films later with their own individual bonus discs, uh, just around the same time Crystal Skulls came out. I didn't particularly think that it was worth the money. Somebody sold this used to get those copies, so I hope they enjoy uh, their version, but I'm perfectly happy with this. It has wonderful versions of every film and bonus material, bonus documentaries on the bonus material disc. It's wonderful. Run out and get it if you can. So that's everything for now. I'll see you later.